Do your mornings feel slow? Does your mind feel foggy and focus only kicks in hours later? There's a reason for that, and it's not just about how much you slept. It's about how your brain boots up. Every morning, your brain goes through this delicate 30 to 90-minute window. During this time, your dopamine system, your prefrontal cortex, and your attention cycle are all rebooting at the same time. It's a critical process. If you get this window wrong, your entire day can feel scattered and unproductive. But if you get it right, your brain can enter a state of deep focus automatically. Today, I'm going to show you 7 neuroscience-backed morning habits that will literally rewire your brain for focus, discipline, and clarity. This isn't about lifestyle preaching or fluffy advice. This is real brain science, used by top researchers, elite performers, and cognitive labs to maximize performance. So, if you're tired of feeling like your brain is always one step behind, you're in the right place. We're going to dive into practical, science-based strategies that you can start using tomorrow. Let's begin with the one habit that almost everyone gets wrong every single morning. And it is probably the biggest reason your focus is sabotaged before you even get out of bed. What is it? It's grabbing your phone. The moment you wake up, your brain is in a highly suggestible neuroplastic state. When you flood it with notifications, emails, and social media, you're hijacking that fragile reboot process. Your dopamine system gets a cheap, unpredictable hit, which trains your brain to seek distraction for the rest of the day. You're basically teaching your focus circuits to fire randomly. So the first rule is simple but non-negotiable. No phone for the first hour of your day. Leave it in another room. Let your brain wake up naturally, without the digital chaos. This single change allows your prefrontal cortex to come online properly, setting the stage for intentional, deep work later on. Now, what should you do instead? This brings us to habit number 2. Get sunlight in your eyes. As soon as you can, go outside or look out a window for at least 10 minutes. Morning sunlight triggers the release of cortisol in a healthy way, which acts as your natural wake-up signal. It also helps set your body's internal clock, or circadian rhythm, which improves not only your energy during the day, but also the quality of your sleep at night. This isn't just about feeling awake. It's a biological command that tells every cell in your body that the day has begun. So, we've avoided the phone and gotten some sunlight. What's next? Hydration, but not just any water. Your brain is about 75% water, and after a full night's sleep, you're naturally dehydrated. Drinking a large glass of water right away helps rehydrate your brain and body, improving cognitive function and clearing out metabolic waste. For an extra boost, add a tiny pinch of sea salt to help your body absorb the water more effectively through electrolytes. By following just these first few steps, you're already giving your brain a massive advantage. You've protected its fragile morning state, given it the right biological signals to wake up, and provided the hydration it needs to function. Stick around, because the next habits are where we really start building unstoppable focus. Ever feel like your brain is running on empty before the day even begins? It's not your fault, it's your habits. Today, we're diving into 7 simple science-backed habits that will completely rewire your brain for focus. And we'll start with the one thing almost everyone gets wrong every single morning. First up, let's talk about the brain activation window. Those first 10 minutes after you wake up are critical. They set your mental state for the rest of the day. But what do most of us do? We grab our phones. This is a disaster for focus. It spikes your dopamine before your brain is even online, activates your distraction circuits, and puts your mind into a reactive mode, not an intentional one. The fix is incredibly simple. Keep your phone away for just the first 10 minutes. That's it. This forces your brain to wake up using its own internal signals, laying the foundation for true, deep focus. Next, habit 2. Light before coffee. Your brain has a built-in focus switch called the cortisol awakening response. To flip this switch, you need light. Get natural or even artificial light in your eyes within the first 10 minutes of waking. This boosts focus chemicals, increases alertness, and resets your biological clock for the whole day. No light equals a slow brain. Just stand by a window, step outside for a minute, or even use a ring light if it's dark. This one change alone can dramatically improve your morning focus. Habit 3 is the 60-second brain reset. It takes just 1 minute. All you have to do is some slow breathing. Inhale for 4 seconds and exhale for 6. This simple exercise activates your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for discipline, decision-making, and deep focus. Without this activation, your brain stays in a scattered, impulsive survival mode. Think of this habit as the start button for your focus. Now for habit 4. Dopamine without stimulation. Your brain craves a dopamine hit in the morning. If you get it from your phone, you lose the day. But if you get it from movement, you win the day. Just 2 or 3 minutes of any kind of movement, push-ups, stretching, a quick walk, even dancing releases the perfect ratio of chemicals for mental clarity, focus, and drive. There's a reason elite performers move their bodies before they start their work. Habit 5 is creating a focus trigger ritual. Your brain loves consistency. When it gets a reliable cue, it automatically shifts into focus mode. This is a powerful neuroscience tool called context-dependent memory. Your trigger can be anything. Sipping coffee, putting on some white noise, opening a specific notebook, or sitting in a designated chair. Pick one ritual and do it every single day before you need to do deep work. Soon, your brain will associate that ritual with focus and discipline, slashing procrastination without you needing to use any willpower. Habit 6 is the one-page rule. Let's be honest, the hardest part of focusing is just getting started. So we're going to bypass that hurdle. Your morning goal isn't to be super productive right away. It's simply to read or write one single page. That's it. Accomplishing this tiny task triggers dopamine, builds momentum, and reduces your resistance to work. Most people get stuck because they aim too high. Start small, let the focus activate, and your brain will naturally accelerate. Finally, the most powerful habit of all, the attention shield. Before you start work, you must remove the one thing that shatters your focus cycle: micro-notifications. Turn off all the banners, pop-ups, vibrations, and sound alerts. Your brain simply cannot focus while it's anticipating an interruption. Cognitive studies show this single step can increase your deep work output by 2 to 4 times. Remember, your phone isn't the enemy, the anticipation of your phone is. Remove the anticipation and you will reclaim your attention. Try these 7 habits and you'll be amazed at how much more focused, productive, and in control you feel. What if I told you that you could completely transform your entire day in less than 10 minutes every morning? It sounds too good to be true, right? But stick with me. The reason you feel tired, unfocused, and unproductive isn't that your brain is broken. It's because it never gets a proper launch sequence. Think of it like a rocket ship. Without the right countdown and ignition, it's just not going to reach its destination. That's where these 7 simple habits come in. Combined, they take less than 10 minutes, but the impact they have is huge. They work together to rebuild some of the most critical systems in your brain. First, they help with dopamine regulation. Instead of chasing cheap hits of dopamine from your phone first thing, you start the day in control. This naturally leads to better prefrontal cortex activation, which is the part of your brain responsible for planning, decision-making, and focus. These habits also strengthen your discipline circuits. Every time you choose to do them, you're casting a vote for the person you want to be. Over time, that creates incredible momentum. You'll also notice a dramatic improvement in your attention stability. The constant urge to switch tasks or get distracted starts to fade away. And finally, you gain immense mental clarity. The brain fog lifts and you can see your goals and priorities with crystal clear vision. Your brain isn't tired. It just needs the right start. Fix your morning and your entire day transforms. But here's the thing. You could have the most perfect morning routine, the best habits, and the brain firing on all cylinders, and still find yourself struggling. Why? Because there's something even more important than your morning habits. It's your environment. Your brain can have perfect dopamine levels, perfect routines, and still get completely sabotaged by hidden triggers all around you. Your phone buzzing, notifications popping up, a cluttered workspace. These things are constantly pulling at your attention and draining your mental energy without you even realizing it. Creating a supportive environment is the other half of the equation. It's about designing your space to make good choices easy and bad choices difficult. When your routine and your environment work together, that's when the real magic happens and you unlock a level of focus and productivity you never thought possible. Thanks so much for watching. If this resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more tips on how to master your mind and your day. See you in the next one.